Nice.
Good morning. I'm your host, BKP. We're at Sycamore Crossing in beautiful downtown Blue Ridge. My favorite time of the week, Friday. Great. It's great weather, isn't it?
Beautiful this morning.
Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Jane.
Morning.
How are you?
Happy
Great.
Friday.
Great.
Happy Friday. Want to thank you. I want to say thank you for our new set here, the chairs.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah,
I want to thank
beautiful, Jane.
You're
Jane
welcome.
for this morning. And we have the Broken Bowl Tupelo Tea New Blue Home and Gift. And a beautiful, and Budweiser's already here.
Oh, I missed it?
Oh yeah, Budweiser. Yeah,
Oh,
Budweiser's
man,
here.
my
early.
day
He's been
is
early this
ruined.
The train has left the station.
I hear the train.
The Budweiser is here, and the weather is beautiful. So I'm your host. This is Rick and Jane, and it's time for the All-Star Political Panel. Now, folks, for you out there that watch every week, and I get some messages, I want to let you know is we just everything is ad lib. Let it roll. There's no rehearsal. We don't have big meetings before. We just all three of us, and sometimes when Bruce is here, we just watch the news throughout the week, or what we would hope would be the news, right? And we just come and throw some topics out and have a great time for about 45 minutes.
I know it sounds like we take 45 minutes of show prep and we rehearse.
Yeah, it really does.
It's just-
It comes across that way, right?
We're
just-
so in sync.
It's right.
Right,
It just
right.
rolls so nicely.
It comes across that way, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're coming. Oh, no.
Coming to take.
Hey, what kind of siren is that? Police or the other kind? Cuckoo.
Coming to take you away.
Yeah.
Ha, ha, hee, hee.
Okay. Sam, they really. All right. Anyhow, so what we do is we pay attention, and as their fearless leader, I'm pay attention man. That's mine. I'm gonna get a cape and everything.
That works.
Pay
Oh, the
attention.
cape? I dare you. I dare you.
You dare me?
Dare you. If you wear a cape,
Wait a minute, I gotta hear
what
this.
should I do?
What is the?
If you're in charge of paying attention, we're in trouble. Throwing it out there.
Real American here.
In a cape.
Mr. Pay Attention Man.
That's my fan, so don't worry.
I just thought it was my fault. You'll pick up where I'm going with this, but let me start it this way.
Okay.
This can never happen again. We have to make sure this never happens again.
What's that?
What, the All-Star Panel? Oh.
A billionaire that self-funds their campaign, that's not beholden to anybody, doesn't have to answer to anybody,
truth?
that is going rogue, as they want to say. We have to do anything we can to make sure this never happens again in America. Agree?
Yeah.
That's they want to make sure it never happens
That's
again.
what yeah, they do.
We're going to go back probably 4 or 5 weeks.
In the Wayback Machine.
Oh, no.
I think, and I said it here, and I think we all agree, I think Robert Muller needs to go. Period. I think he just needs to pull the plug. Polling says America's not interested in the Russian story.
Doesn't matter to them.
Doesn't.
Doesn't matter to
I say they
the
pull the plug
Dems. Doesn't
and
matter.
let it go.
He can't do that with any kind of integrity, Trump. He just can't do it. It's got
Can't what? Pull it?
He can't fire Mueller. Mueller. He
You
can't.
have to.
He can't.
You have to.
It would be political
What is the
suicide.
end
That
all?
would be
What
it.
is the end all of the special counsel?
Well,
to you, what do you think the end all? What is the end all?
Nothing. Nothing. But I mean, that would be the what's the thing? The thing on the thing. I mean, it's the last straw. It's the hammer on the hatchet. I mean, I don't know.
What do you think the
Tell
end
me.
all is for the special counsel? Well,
His-
what is their interest?
his
What is their
ulterior
goal?
motive?
Let's go with it. What is the goal of the special counsel?
Dig into the inner workings of the Trump family and get to the taxes. Get to his tax return.
That's the secret one. That's not the published agenda.
We
Is it?
need to, and I say we, right? I say that we need to know. I personally don't. We need to know his tax returns. We need to know. We need to let the American people know he's not as wealthy as he claims. We need to know he has a loan here he didn't disclose. We need to know this. Do we need to know that?
Let's go back to what would it take, other than Mueller stepping down, what would it take to get him out? Do you know?
Well, I think, and I've said it all along, I think Donald Trump, the executive office, has the power to do it, and and everybody disagrees with me, so I'm not saying I'm correct. Well, then why is the media? Huh?
So what? He cannot do it.
Why?
Let me tell you.
Okay. Wait, all right. I want to go. You, and then I want you to tell me why.
1999, when what's his name? The special prosecutor. Can't think of his name. Ken Starr.
Yeah, Starr. Oh, yeah. Right. Ken Starr.
They put provisions in there that the only way that a special prosecutor could be fired is by the Attorney General, by the acting Attorney General, because he screwed up.
Just reasons or something. Then you got to define screw up.
Okay. All right, why do you take? Well,
now let me take it one step further. What they're saying, the media is saying, the experts are saying, because I researched it, is that Trump.
Did you have a feeling I might teeter on going that direction?
We never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
That's what I say. That's what I say. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, I get it.
The president has the power to rescind that 1999 act and then ask the Attorney General or Assistant Attorney General to fire him. Now, do we want to go so far as to say that the reason that Trump is throwing Jeff Sessions under the bus right now is because he wants to bring a new guy in that'll head the department, that will trump, so to speak, Rosenstein? I don't know. Is that really reaching too far?
I think my comment teeters on being extreme.
There's a first.
I think their end all is to destroy this country. That's the end all for some at the top. That's the end all for the George Soros group. And when I say destroy the country, not that it wouldn't be here tomorrow, but to destroy it as you and I know it.
Right.
Or remember it. Are you with me? Not that it wouldn't be here tomorrow. I mean, people say destroy the country. No, I'm not saying there wouldn't be a Blue Ridge, there wouldn't be an LJ, there wouldn't be a okay, right?
Right.
But as we know it.
Yeah.
And I believe Trump, they have to end Trump. And I believe Mueller's in on it. That's my opinion. Why do you think they're going back to 2004 for his finances? 2004.
I think I know why.
Go ahead. I'm with you. Go.
Well, the thing is that when Trump started to run, they said he never could do it, and that's because he was not an insider. Couldn't happen because the insiders control everything, and that absolutely blew their tops off when we stepped up and elected this man. Then they were terrified, but not too terrified because they're big and they're powerful. But they found that we are bigger and more powerful, and it's getting more frightening and more frightening. So what did they do?
That's right.
They resorted to Comey becoming a traitor, leaking a document to force, which he said himself, a private
keep going, girl.
So then they said, yay. Whom did they appoint?
Oh, wait a minute, did they say yay? I want to know.
Yeah, they probably did.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean,
I loved when they said yay. Go ahead. I do.
So
keep it going.
They appointed Muller, and I really believe that Trump might have been a little naive. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, he's an honest, straightforward guy. Sometimes they do that. But the thing is, I just read yesterday where Trump had just interviewed Muller. How do you say that? Interviewed that guy for head of the FBI. He wanted the job. So then he's happy. Let's appoint him. Then you see whom he hires. It is all part of the trick. It is all part of the plan. And it was going to be the Russia thing. And they thought they really had it sewed up. But we did not accept it. So what do? Turn around and say, oops, no. Now they have to dig. I'm not sure they were planning to dig, but they were planning and are planning to get rid of him by impeachment, by whatever means they can, which is kind of scary. But that's the plan from the day after the election. They started planning it, and this is just part of it, and it isn't going to.
I think it's part of the plan. I think she's exactly right all the way down through here. I think
we
Mueller
should have
has to go.
Show.
I think
Jane Whaley show.
I think
She just did pretty well there.
I think Mueller has to go, and I think he has to do it regardless of what he has to do. That's my
regardless of the political implications.
Don't care.
No, yes you do, and let me say why.
Wow, my God.
I know. I
go. No, just keep
I had a Mercier's peach this morning, and I am on fire. That's what I had.
There you go. Was it spiked?
Mercier.
I'm listening.
I know.
A little syringe.
What would Castro do? What would Putin do if someone were investigating them and digging? They would kill them. What would we say?
I didn't suggest.
No, I'm just going further. Trump wouldn't kill them, but he can't fire them either. It just looks like a banana republic. It looks like a dictator. And that's what would come out. You're a dictator. You don't want anyone looking into you. Oh, now what? It would just make everything 100% worse if he fired them.
That would embolden their effort to
Okay. Well,
do we convince you?
No.
Lands.
Wait a minute. Actually, part of my job is to get the discussion rolling, and obviously, whether you want to know it or not, I actually got it rolling, okay? Somebody has to say no, and then when you say no, she tells me yes, right? No. So, no, that's what we're doing. All right, so I still think, okay, so what's the end all? What's the end? How far do we let them go? 2004. It may be apples and oranges, but I brought this up this morning when I opened up. We have 7 years. 7 years is we'll call it the bankruptcy law. 7 years. It shows up 7 years. So if someone in America has to, for some reason, a company, individual, whatever, has to file bankruptcy, people, that is 7 years. After 7 years, now wait, I'm staying with this. After 7 years, okay, after 7 years, it no longer reflects, not supposed to reflect on you. Same thing with you have to keep business records, X amount of time, and then you can destroy them, right? So, right? They want to go back to 2004.
Do the math, 13, right?
2004.
Wait, let me check.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, so how are they going to convince the American people that it's not a witch hunt? He says it's a witch hunt. How do you stop the witch hunt? Do you believe it's a witch hunt?
I do.
Do you believe it's a witch hunt? Okay, so we believe it's now let's change it like this. How do you stop the witch hunt?
That's a great question. I don't know.
How do you stop it? Where does it stop?
Public outcry?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you stop it? Where does it stop?
Only thing that can do it, and it's swelling up, it's coming, but then, so the outcry gets so big, we are so strong, then what? Do we march on Washington? Then what? Because the media doesn't give a rat's patootie what we think or how many there are of us. And
so
they don't care.
This all happened over
without a revolution, and we don't want that. Over a peach from a
That's what I was getting ready to say. I wanted to get at this all happened over a peach.
Stone yellow. Oh gosh, it was so.
Not on TV, Jane. Not on TV. Holy smokes! You want to sit over here next segment?
It was as good as that pimento cheese last.
Must be the new.
Easy.
You got something in your chair there that's.
Oh my God.
Okay, so the question is, where does no? This is not the McLaughlin group for you people older. Go. The question is it a witch hunt? Yes. How do we stop it? We don't know. Okay, do we stop it? Does Mueller have to go? Okay, how do they do that? Don't know. But you have people like Newt Gingrich coming out and saying he's got to go, right?
Yeah.
Right? He's saying he's got to go. I say he's got to go.
We all say.
Okay.
But Newt's carrying the water.
But how do we? It's the
How do we do it?
It's the method. What's the recipe? I don't know. Without looking like you're a dictator. Really.
I mean, the people that need to rise up are not the ones that go out and throw stones through windows.
Right. Which is the
that is a good point because we don't. We
don't march.
Yeah.
Saving our country. Yeah, we don't.
We don't.
Violence is not in our.
That's right. How do we get the guy off of his tractor in Nebraska to say enough is enough?
Let's take a break. Wow, you don't want to miss this. So we'll take a break to give you an opportunity to call your friends and say, you know what? You need to tune in to fyntv.com because this all-star panel is off the chain this morning or something. Hook, whatever the kids are saying. And Jane has had a peach. And you'll have to just check that when we get.
I thought you were going to say Jane is a peach.
Jane is a peach.
Oh,
ain't that a peach?
My God.
All right. Oh, easy. Sam, take us a break. Let's bring this thing back together.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
20% off is a big number, but you always save big at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. And now during Malibu month, every new Malibu LS is discounted 20% off at Days, starting from just $19,900. Plus, huge discounts on Silverado crew cabs too, from just $35,900. So if a low price makes you smile, come save 20% off at Days Chevrolet in Jasper.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Ellijay.
And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from beautiful downtown Blue Ridge. We're at Sycamore Crossing. Rick,
can I just take a sec? I got to tell you just a really quickie. As most of you know, probably that watch, we attempted to go to a ball game this week. See my Cubbies, #1 Cub fan here, and my son hosted us. My 2.5-year-old grandsons came along, had a great time. They didn't know whether there was a ball game playing or not. All they knew is that they had French fries and M&Ms. And
hey, I was going to say, don't forget the M&Ms.
But Brian was kind enough to take a picture, and so I wake up the morning after the ball game at my son's house. The twins get up 7:30. We're downstairs with the computer set up, and all of a sudden they're sitting there. I said, "Now you got to watch," and they, they went when they saw you, because they recognized. And then all of a sudden, cutest thing going, he brings up, "I want to say good morning to these two little guys, Easton and Mason." Their pictures came up. Sam put their pictures up, and let me tell you, the look on their face was unbelievable. They just went, and they looked at their mom, and they looked back at their. It was like, why am I on that? That's cool. I want to thank you for that.
No, I enjoyed that. We attempted a baseball game, and I told you the next day. I said on the show it was history in my life.
Yeah.
I've never driven to a park, got out of the car, went inside, got my seat, and I did not see a pitch.
It's a beautiful park, huh?
Not a pitch. It was rain delay, and we had to leave. I mean,
so many rain delays.
I think it started at 10:05 or 10:20, but
we had to get the bus.
And I had to, exactly. I couldn't, so.
Beautiful park, though, huh?
Yeah, I've been asked that several times, and I don't want to say it's not a beautiful park, but a beautiful park to me is when they're playing baseball.
Okay.
Understand?
Right.
If I'd have seen 9 guys go out on the field.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for the architectural.
But
that's the complete of me being able to say it's a beautiful park. I don't know if you. No, it's obviously you don't understand.
I do.
Do you? Okay. I'll tell you what. Here's what would have happened, because we were together. So if they might know, I'll let you know. If I'd have seen 9 guys out on the field, and we would have stood up and done this, the national anthem, and 9 guys would have went on the field, and they would have thrown a pitch, and I would have seen an umpire make a call, I'd have looked over you and said, this is a nice park. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead,
you understood that, or did you?
I did.
Thank you, Jane.
Perfectly.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry to digress.
All right. Okay. Let's go with this. I think you should always have a guy in your administration that has a vowel for his last name. His last name ends with a vowel. Was that bad?
Is that the
name ends in a vowel?
Yeah.
You mean like
Anthony Scaramucci. I think everybody ought to have a Scaramucci.
Just for protection?
Right, yeah. Everybody ought to have Anthony. See, I don't know in the Oval Office if he calls him Anthony or Anthony. Scaramucci. They call him Mucci.
Yo, Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah, Tony Damucci.
Big Tony or Little Tony? No, Tony Bag of Donuts.
That's right.
All right, anyhow. Anthony Scaramucci on track to become the next White House communication director.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is a fighter. He is the guy that took on CNN. Anthony Scaramucci. Now, the thing is obviously the media wants to say, which I don't know if it's true, that Priebus didn't even know this until he's seen it in the media. But Scaramucci is a great friend of Sean Hannity, and despite, despite an impressive career as a hedge funder, most ordinary humans know Scaramucci from his frequent sparring match on CNN, particularly with Chris Cuomo. He's the one. Scaramucci is the one of Trump's most capable surrogates, and humbled the news giant recently by forcing them to retract their thinly sourced hit job on him. This is the guy that got CNN to have to retract it, A. And B, he is the guy that CNN then 3 veteran journalists resigned. That is this guy here, new communication.
So whose position is he going to take?
It's
is it a new post?
No. The communication director left. He left, and it's been open for a couple months. It's been open for a couple months, and House Communication Director departed Mike Dubke. How would you say? Dubkes.
Dubke?
Yeah, we'll go with that. He was the communication director. So Anthony Scaramucci is now the guy. You want to talk to me? Talk to Scaramucci.
You got to go through Anthony.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Do you think we're like making too many ethnic references and we should bring that back in? Do you think we should stop that? Okay.
We're gonna get snowballed when we go up to Blue Jeans Pizza for all those Italians. I mean, we gotta.
No. I have no problem up there. Coach, if you're watching, don't take it wrong, Coach. Don't take it wrong. Hey, Coach, if you're watching, he wanted to take me to a Mets game. I didn't want to go, Coach. He said we'll go see the Mets. I didn't want to go. You know who that is.
I know exactly who it is.
Okay, we are talking about Muller, and he's going fishing, and he's going all the way back to 2004. I think, Jane, you summed up everything. Actually, you gave a chronological order of everything. Comey's in on it, and I wonder where we end this, where it ends, because the determination is to me, end our country as we know it. Healthcare. Are they going to vote for a repeal?
You know, I honestly don't know. I don't think they know either. That's a mess. In my view is the people that ran on that issue, which were most of the Republicans that were running, ran on that issue, and now they're reneging. But I believe they never intended to vote on that anyway. They're part of the establishment. They never intended to vote on.
They never thought they'd be in a position where they could.
Well,
in rescinding in repealing it.
Yeah,
but I thought Trump was going to be in office.
Yeah, but I still don't.
They've said that.
Well, Pat Toomey, Senator of Pennsylvania.
They're part of the deep state. They're part of the establishment.
They are. And Pat Toomey, Senator of Pennsylvania, said, "Quote: We did not realize we would be here." Exactly. Remember?
Yeah.
They didn't know they would be here. So what he really said is, for 7 years, they. It was a show vote. And they get mad. Now, I will tell you this, representatives and senators, they do get angry. I've heard people from their office tell me directly they don't like when maybe we out here call it a show vote, that you know, oh, we never do show votes. Yeah, right. But what they've done for me, a good part, not all, there are a couple up there that are, you know,
oh yeah,
they're okay, but for the most part it's been show votes.
You know who I think has got a great idea is Ted Cruz.
Yeah, they say.
I really like Ted Cruz's idea.
I liked, you know, I don't refer to other shows too often, but I've used the, you know, build a car scenario. You know, go on there and build a car for young people, and they can, you know, then it says this is the price, and you say, oh, it doesn't fit my budget. And I think that's way. I liked actually what Rush said the other day. I don't know if you caught that. You know, Rush said millennials. He's talking about millennials, and it's not just millennials. We've gotten to a point that we only want to watch. He calls the health care, and I don't want to quote him, but he calls the health care bill that Ted Cruz, it's like the millennials in cable. We don't want cable anymore. And I'm not being negative, but a lot of Americans don't want cable anymore. And a lot of Americans, especially the millennials, they want to just purchase a show they want to watch.
I heard that show. And
they don't want to. They want, and I was right so on board, right? They just want to purchase the show they want to watch. And I'm not trying to.
I do too, and I'm not a millennial.
Exactly.
They don't want the mandate.
Hello, I don't want all the channels that have, you know.
That's exactly right. He referred to it. He's like, they don't want the channels. They want to purchase the show they want to watch. They want to watch it. They do not want all the channels that they don't look through. It's not a generation of channel surfers. They're not.
It's just
they're direct. And the same thing with healthcare is the young generation does not want a healthcare package that they have to buy all of these things that are not necessary.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The cruise package, the cruise idea is
gives the choices.
Yeah, it provides choices, but it also says leave the Obamacare there. If you want Obamacare, fine, it'll be available. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to implode under its own weight anyway. But we don't have to take it away. That seems to be the big bugaboo. That everybody, you know, I don't want the legacy gone from my president.
You know what the caveat to that
Leave
is?
it there. Who cares? But just get something done.
Where we have a choice.
There is I want Obamacare gone, but on the flip side, let's go down the direction you're going. If it's left, let's see what America does.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
And who cares? They can do what they want to do, and we can do what we want to do.
Give us the choice.
Right now we don't have a choice.
Right, but let's see what America does.
The caveat y'all are missing, in my humble opinion, is
go for it.
Who's been smelling like a rose through Obamacare, through all this? The insurance companies. The insurance
no question
companies,
about it.
And they have made something like $15 billion, and
they
love Obamacare. They love
insurance company subsidy.
I mean
and
to tell you,
that is what
the young people had to buy it. They didn't want to use it. They just made millions, and they don't want us to have a choice because it's going to pare them down, and they're going to have to think again for one thing.
Well, I'm going to tell you what.
Lobby.
Okay, Obamacare was set up. The success of Obamacare, or what should have been the success, was based on the 20-somethings signing up,
complying with the law,
and supplementing their health care.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And it didn't work.
Right.
They just opted out.
And that's just the bottom line. Now, for me, I'm not going to knock, I don't want to make a segment out of knocking cable and TV and stuff, but for me, I haven't turned on what you would, I guess what people would call old-fashioned TV. I haven't turned it on in weeks.
Rush has been making this analogy for a long time, and
Yes.
you're absolutely correct. What he said, you know, a lot of people don't want to pay the segment in your cable bill that includes ESPN, which was one of the largest recipients.
Oh, I've heard the ESPN. Yes, the ESPN.
And they're huge.
Because ESPN, the only reason that kept them in there is they forced the cable companies.
That's correct.
To take their package, or they couldn't have Channel X.
Exactly.
So that's how ESPN. I've heard Rush. Oh, I know 100%.
And that's how it all started. But the analogy is absolutely spot on. I mean, you know, these kids, they want to pick and choose.
So do I.
Well, I'm not here to promote any particular one and give them free commercial, but at the same time, I watch Netflix. I mean, I watch Netflix, and I'll pick a show and I'll watch it till it's over, and then pick another show, and you know, House of Cards or whatever, and that's pretty much it. And then I might record a movie from time to time, or go in and pick a movie, but.
What Rush said maybe 2 months ago, I was listening.
And the point is, what we're saying is, that's the way young people are looking at healthcare. They don't want to buy. They don't want to buy the total package that is mandated now. Go ahead, Jane.
We're going to be able to stream any channel we want, just the channels, even bypass them. We're going to stream it on the internet, hook it up to our television, we can stream the channels. He said, I don't know if anyone's going to want to go to that trouble, but it's coming, and that was a good sign.
Oh yeah, and actually that's why I started FYNTV.com a couple years ago, and started FetchYourNews.com. I got a lot of criticism. I just straight up, when we first started 7 years ago, said, you do not print? I said, no, we print nothing. Oh, you're losing the print generation, the older, you're losing senior citizens. And I would always say, don't disrespect the senior citizens. They're on the internet. And it actually, I'm just saying it very humbly, we were correct when we started that. We never went to print. We don't print, and we're not being negative about it, but we don't.
No need to print.
And FYNTV.com, I have people at home that run this right through their big screen TV in the living room. So, flipping back to healthcare, do you think they will vote for the repeal?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay. Do you think they'll?
Wait.
I'm not
excuse me.
sure.
The,
I am
the
not
repeal.
sure.
We're not replaced. The repeal. All right. Wait. Okay. In 2016, they sent a repeal to Obama's desk that Obama vetoed.
Right.
A clean repeal. Okay. And in the repeal, he vetoed it. President Trump said the other day, I have a pen. You've been waiting for it. Because what he's trying to say is, guys, were you serious, men and women? Susan Collins, were you guys serious? Because do you realize if the pen would have been in my hand that day, it would have been signed.
But they knew it wasn't going to be signed.
Exactly.
Hello, it's all a play.
I don't know whether they're going to
play.
Get enough votes to sign to do a straight repeal. However, I do think that they're going to get something in place that they can bring to the floor and start talking about. I don't know what it is, but I don't know whether it's the straight repeal or not.
Well, Rand Paul came out and said, you need to vote how you voted in 16. If you're real, you need to vote the same. If you vote,
you and I are on the same page. I have taken the Rand Paul position.
Yeah, you asked me what I thought would happen. That doesn't necessarily reflect what I would like to see happen.
Exactly.
I would like to see a straight repeal.
Straight repeal.
Let me tell you, I'm in trouble with that pet that just walked.
I know. The star of the show just showed up.
If my wife is watching,
we've lost Sam's attention. She talked about me paying attention. Yeah. We've totally lost Sam. Okay, and it's good to see Rena coming up immediately after these next set of commercials is our pet of the week. Rick, we got time, but I don't want to close it off and say 1 minute because it's just the three of us here. We have time. Did you have any subject you brought today? Any final thoughts, but any direction?
Well, I've got a final thought, but I didn't know that you don't want to go there yet, right?
Well, it's 9:35. I didn't want to put your final thought into a 30-second if it requires.
My final thought could go a little longer, actually.
Take off.
My final
if
thought.
If we only had a peach, right? We could get his final thought.
My thought of the day was, and I thought about saying, let's not even go there, but I'm going to go there anyway.
Good.
I'm going to tie it back.
We're going there, folks.
That's the spirit.
You know, there was nothing else on yesterday except the coverage of the OJ thing. I know.
Okay.
All right. What just jumped out at me, OJ says, I have led a conflict-free life. I mean, to me, that's like Hillary saying, I've never received or sent any material that was marked classified on my private server. You know, I've never led a life of conflict. How about the police Bronco chase? How many manpower hours did that take?
About the glove.
Spousal abuse charges, the murder trial, armed robbery, kidnapping. Those aren't conflicts? If those are conflicts, I'm in.
Sad day.
Was it?
Sad day
final thought of the day.
You could do a whole show on that.
Well, you realize that got CNN back out there because CNN, that made their day yesterday to have something on OJ.
Yeah, you know the fix was in because otherwise they wouldn't have had all the TV cameras there, right?
I don't know.
They
Exactly.
weren't going to disappoint.
Exactly.
But however, what I've been told is, based on the crime that he committed, if you take all the extraneous stuff away from it, put the blinders on and say, he did serve.
That's what Brian
9
Williams.
years.
Enough time
for the little armed robbery.
For just the armed robbery and the kidnapping thing.
The actual crime he got charged with, the actual crime he got sentenced with, he did do the time.
Yeah. That's the nutshell right there. So that's a shame. And you
but they should have been. Is it what is one charge after another when you have one
consecutive?
Sentence? Right. They should have been consecutive charges.
Oh man.
Well, no. If he'd have got the first one, it would have been. You know, OJ. I asked a question on the internet. I said, "Does anybody know where this line came from?" OJ did it. OJ did it. OJ did it. That's from Barbershop. Okay, that's from Barbershop. Remember, OJ did it, and. As when, what's his name, Cedric the Entertainer played, I forget, the one older barber, and he said, there's one thing black people need to understand. OJ did it, OJ did it. That's Kevin movie, not me. But OJ Simpson, and I went straight to this morning, 385 murders to date in Chicago. Just in July, black, 42, 35-year-old black, 56-year-old black, Jerome or whatever, black, Donovan, black, 21-year-old kid, 33 black. Really? And CNN had all day long to let us know that a murderer, in my opinion, I can't use the word alleged. I can't.
I can't either.
Huh?
Well, they're dead.
They're dead, right? Alleged murder. Do you have a final thought?
I do. I have a final thought.
What you got?
There is hope at the end of the tunnel, and that is 2018, because all these senators, and they're voting against us. They're the part of the establishment. They're coming up in 2018. We now have power. We're now organized. They're going to get voted out. And we're going to start anew. It's going to take, that's going to be a big cleansing. You talk about draining the swamp. The people are going to drain a lot of the swamp in 2018 because they see how these hypocrites are voting and acting and what they really are, and they are out of here. I believe that with all my heart, and that's going to be the change.
But
that's when we take the corner.
Wait a minute, but following that, do you believe Trump will actually support primary challengers against Republican incumbents?
Yes.
I do too. Without a doubt.
How long have I said that?
Yeah.
I said he will be the president. Watch and see. And didn't you like the other day? Heller sitting right next to him. You want to be my friend? I know you still want to be a senator.
You want to be reelected, don't
you? Come on, you gotta love the guy that goes on TV and brings the senator next to him.
That is so gutsy.
Guts
I
is
love
right.
it.
And I think we are looking at a president of the United States. I said this how many months now, that will support primary challengers against incumbent Republicans.
Oh yeah.
And say, I told you what America. Here's the thing. I don't want to leave like any man or woman that's working in an insurance company today or working in an office. I don't want to leave them out, so I don't want it misunderstood. They can't take that the old farm boy and farm girl out west is actually got a representative in the White House. They can't take that. They can't take that the guy on the construction site actually has somebody in the White House.
Because it gives us power.
Right.
That's why.
They can't take that. They cannot take that, can they?
You can't afford it. They can't afford it.
Can you highlight something before we leave? Because
I'm going to try.
I had an opportunity to read an article that you sent me concerning the governor's race in Michigan.
Right. The next Trojan horse, the next Manchurian candidate.
You think so?
The next Soros.
Really?
Soros-funded.
And what is his name? Started with Abdul. Right?
Abdul El Sayed.
Abdul El Sayed.
I believe.
And I think in the beginning of the
article, he's a very well-educated,
Muslim,
good-looking Muslim physician in the Detroit area, and
running for governor.
Running for governor. His education was paid for by Daisy and George Soros, their foundation.
Right.
And he's going to run for governor of the state of
Abdul.
What are the odds?
I think it was Abdul El Sayed.
And I think in the article you sent me, as I was reading the article, it referenced, don't think because he's Abdul Sayed or whatever, El Sayed, that he can't get elected. I know people that said this country will never go vote for a guy named Barack Obama. Barack Hussein Obama, right? And let's not forget out there, folks, Barack Hussein Obama was a community organizer. He was a state senator. Okay? State senator in Illinois, right?
Became a rock star at the convention.
No. Yeah, became a rock star at the convention. He would not have been a U.S. senator, but the lowlife of Illinois, which I'm sorry, Rick, it seems to happen quite so often. I know you moved. I'm just saying. But the lowlife from Illinois that was the Republican senator, a corruption scandal, a sexual scandal, right?
Yep.
Kicked him out. Who became the surrogate candidate, Alan Keyes, at the last point.
Yeah.
That moved Barack Obama into U.S. Senator. 2 years later, he became your president of the United States.
Yep.
So I want to say thank you for that article.
Yeah.
And I want to say to you out there, chief@fetchernews.com, chief@fetchernews.com, send me those articles. These two, Bruce, many of you send me information, and you are the research team. Guys, thank you very much.
Hey, quick shout out.
Shout out.
You know, summertime, good weather. We're at Sycamore Crossing.
Go. Yeah, what we got?
Blue Jeans Pizza's
Yeah.
in the house.
Shout out.
Our winter home.
Blue Jeans Pizza.
Blue Jeans
Sauteed
Pizza.
spinach with pasta sauce on top.
Ken's in the
No
house,
pasta.
baby.
Really good. Tomato sauce, sauteed pizza underneath. Oh, I mean, spinach. Oh, it's so good.
That's it.
So good.
That was my shout out. Ken's in the house.
That's our winter home.
That's our winter home.
You know, we go in there. I go in there early, like 6
We
a.m.
winter at Blue Jeans.
Yeah, we winter at Blue. I go in there at 6 a.m. I unlock the door. It's like first thing. It's like, oh, pizza at 6 a.m. And hey, I was there.
I like pizza.
I was
at
there
6
Saturday.
a.m.
I was there Saturday night. Cheese, pepperoni, and sausage. Yep. Blue
And
Jeans
little,
Pizza
little
right
egg,
here.
Little eggs and bacon and
Maybe we
vegetable
need to
on
go
a
tonight.
pizza.
What do you think?
Hello.
All right,
How about
easy. I gotta
right
go. I gotta get started the show. Blue Jeans, yes. Way to go with the closing thought there. Start the show. Pet, our pet of the week.
Refocus, Sam.
Sam, bring it back together. Our pet of the week. Rena will be here right on the other side of these commercials. Humane Society of Blue Ridge.
Angel.
Wait till you
Is
see
that
this
Angel?
puppy.
Angel.
Angel. Meet Angel right after this. Take us a break.